Six Talks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Six Talks.
We're back again, baby. Woo!
Yousuf, how you been? It's been a long time.
It really has been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and we've literally been talking but yeah, we got playoffs are here, play-in is here. Best time in sports.
Honestly, it's crazy. We're gonna talk about this more when we go down the episode.
Yeah.
But that last day of NBA,
Yeah, nuts.
was crazy this week.
I've never seen it like that. The last time this happened, it was when the Wolves got the 8th seed. They played Denver, and it was literally it was the winner got the 8th seed.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with that, it was it was even more different. That was literally technically the first ever playing game because loser got eliminated. So that was pretty wild. It was cool with the Clippers and Warriors because honestly, with me as a neutral fan, obviously my team's not there.
Yeah.
No matter what, I was happy with either series because you either got Warriors Lakers or you got Clippers Nuggets,
and both series would have been fire,
which is super dope.
But it was sick, and the last day of hoops is always you see that random guy go off.
Pat Connaughton was the craziest one in my opinion this year.
Peyton Pritchard went off,
but he's good though. You know what I mean? I'd expect something like that.
Who was the other guy that went off? I think it was someone from was it from someone from the OKC Thunder?
Brandon Carlson.
Yeah, he went off.
Raptor legend. Who else? I don't know. I can't think of anyone.
Let me check.
I was locked into Clippers Warriors, but
yeah, same.
Dude, sports are thriving right now. You got NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. What else? For those who care about baseball.
Oh, Jaime Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
He went
but
off.
he got Pat Connaughton's literally he's not good anymore.
Scotty went off.
Yeah. Okay, that's a random. Yeah. Fact.
What's this guy? What's his first name? Keaton Wallace.
Who?
Keaton Wallace.
Oh, the Keaton Wallace on the Hawks.
Yeah. Triple double.
That's Keaton Wallace's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of figured.
Keaton Wallace is crazy. He's had some good games.
Yeah, but he had a triple double with 5 steals.
That's crazy. Yeah. Mobile almost had another triple double.
Musovic.
Who?
Vukcevic.
Vukcevic on the Wizards.
Yeah.
Tristan Vukcevic.
Yeah, that got me, bro.
I know all these randoms, bro. That's what I mean. You can name them, I'll know them.
Jimmy Butler went
off.
off.
Who they play for? Oh, random, absolutely.
My
Did he get the win though?
My G.
It eventually didn't matter, but it almost did matter, bro. Memphis playing a good fight. But yeah, sports are thriving right now. Yeah, it's crazy.
We have a lot to talk about. We have firings. We have play-in games. We have play-in predictions. We have playoff series.
Yeah.
But let's start off with the firings. We've had multiple coaches getting fired ever since we last
this year, which I feel like is a new thing.
What'd you say?
Why. A bunch of execs this year. I don't know. I feel
some waited until the season ended. Some said,
maybe I haven't paid attention to him this year, but it felt like this year there's been a lot more executives and GMs getting it fired compared to previous years. I don't know why. I feel like everyone's cleaning house right now.
I think we'll start off with the most shocking one. When we saw Taylor Jenkins get fired, we were like, wow.
We talked about Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying when it happened 3 weeks.
I'm going to be honest. I thought Mike Malone was more
no, but
shocking
I'm getting into it. When we saw 3 weeks left in the regular season, you fire a coach, we're like, wow. And then we see Mike Malone get fired. Mm-hmm. And when you compare the two of them, Taylor Jenkins kind of made sense because you have an assistant coach. They cleared house with their assistant coaches. And now you bring in, him, and it's if we go into the offseason, he's going to get taken, so let's just make the move now, put some things, motivate the team right now. Clearly, you saw in the playing game that there was some miscommunication. Yeah, that's why you don't do that. But Mike Malone getting fired was one of the wildest things, and you keep seeing stories coming out. But they didn't do just Mike Malone. They also did the GM.
Yeah. Calvin Booth.
Which is crazy. And, I mean, doing both, I guess they're it hasn't worked out. What's your thoughts on it? What are your initial thoughts? I know.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I wasn't getting trolled.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. The first thing when it came to Calvin Booth, I actually kind of agreed. Because technically, in Nikola Jokic's entire Denver Nuggets career, he has never played with an all-star, which is absolutely wild that you've never paired the best player in the world
Yeah.
with an All-Star. And he already has a win. Granted, Jamal Murray in the playoffs is basically an All-Star.
Yeah, no, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, like he's never been paired up with. There's never been a massive move made.
Yeah.
It's like move the needle when it comes to him. I guess it's like it's more. He has like a safer mindset, but I don't really like that in today's NBA.
It's all about saving money, and like you have the best player in the world. you know what I mean?
As Denver,
and
I
also
mean,
like Jokic has never had a good. Or
they
a
have
decent
some
backup.
weird contracts on that team with MPJ and Gordon because
Zeke
they're
Naji.
good and they fit well, but like.
Yeah.
Are you really like you can't really ever improve your roster unless you move those
And
guys.
Calvin Booth was all about like playing the youth, where Mike Malone like clearly went out in the on the press conference and he's like, our team is not accountable.
So the main thing was the fact that the tipping point was Russell Westbrook playing over Jalen Pickett, which is interesting, but like I don't really I don't know if that's a fireable offense for a championship winning coach, the best coach in franchise history. He literally won a ring. Like Nick Nurse, the reason he got fired was because he lost the locker room, and it was a new era of Toronto Raptors basketball. With the Denver Nuggets, they're still talking about trying to go on a new run with David Adelman, which I don't see happening.
And they're saying that like it's gonna motivate the team. Yeah, sure, but like Mike Malone had. Like, he was there the whole time. You know what I mean? He's a championship-winning coach. And just doing it a week before the season ends was really shocking. Like, you couldn't wait until the postseason to do it. Like, my thing is, what was the rush doing it right there and then? And Mike Malone had the team floating around like a 4 to 5 seed the whole.
I get Russell Westbrook's had some like shaky moments, especially as of late, but I don't think replacing with Jalen Pickett is like the change, you know what I mean, or a fireable offense whatsoever. He's a great player, but I mean people made such a big deal because like literally the next game when he started and they won and was like, oh yeah, the firing was correct. I don't agree with that at all, but I'll say this.
Wait, what do you mean, Jalen Pickett?
Yeah. When he started, people were like,
I mean, they've gone on not on a run, but they've won majority of their games.
Fam, like it's not because they moved this guy to the starting lineup. I promise you. And if it is, I'll eat my own words. But I will say Mike Malone is going to have a lot of suitors. I feel bad for him because. Right now, I think Phoenix is the only team who does not have a coach, unless like Denver wants to hire anyone.
Maybe Sacramento, but I saw that they are going to bring Doug Christie back.
I think they like Doug Christie.
A lot of people might be waiting for the Spurs job.
It's quite literally no one. But like, what's it called? If Mike Malone wants a job, Phoenix is literally right there. Everyone's going to be begging for him.
Yeah. But also, it's like he just has a bunch of money,
And I would not want to coach Phoenix.
You know what's crazy?
Lost franchise.
Like. Yes, fires get coaches
get coached.
Coaches get fired so easily, but like it's crazy to me because they get paid fully.
But the Suns are paying three coaches right now, which is absolutely wild. That's a good segue. I am Mike Budenholzer.
Mike Budenholzer got fired. I mean,
shocker.
I was gonna say this is probably the most shocking firing if there is one. You know what I mean?
It's not. I will say this in his defense, though. I don't think any coach in the NBA could do anything with this Phoenix Suns team.
Yeah, but I think he just lost the locker room really.
Yeah, but how many times are you gonna lose the locker? They said the same thing about Frank Vogel and Monty Williams. How many times are coaches gonna lose the locker room before maybe we think maybe it's the players' fault? You know what I mean? All he asked, they said the tipping point for Bradley Beal was Mike Budenholzer. No, listen to me. Mike Budenholzer goes up to Bradley Beal. Hey, Brad, I'm coming in as coach. I think it would really benefit the team if you could play as an all-defensive caliber point guard, a championship-winning point guard like Jrue Holiday. And we know you have the capability of scoring. We know you can get your buckets. We just need you to play this role. I think it'll be for the benefit of the team. What do you say? Screw you, bro! Get the hell out of here! And Mike Budenholzer gets fired. Do you understand how insane that is?
No, that's crazy.
Do you understand? He asked him to be a championship winning, just play like a, he asked him, can you play like a championship winning point guard who plays great defense and helps the team win on a nightly basis? And Bradley Beal said, screw you. How dare you ask me that? Like, what? What are we doing here, bro?
Nah,
Bradley Beal is ridiculous.
That was wild. But I think another thing that was like really wild from like about Mike Budenholzer, that he went to Devin Booker. He went to the guy who's been on the team for the longest. He's like, you know what? you're too vocal of a leader. Like, that's just crazy.
I feel bad for Devin Booker. I've been seeing some of the interviews, and he looks so upset, like, because he's doing his job, man.
Yeah.
He's like, he's just dealing with all the
Did you see the tweet about with Kevin Durant that he deleted? Basically, he deleted a tweet now. But the whole tweet was when like a Suns fan said something, and Kevin Durant was like, "It's crazy how Suns fan will like try and do everything to get me out, and it's like they don't want me." And the guy replied, he's like, it's not that we don't want you, but let's be for real. You're the only thing that can get us a package, and it makes the most sense. And he goes, respectfully. Kevin Durant replies, respectfully.
Nah, KD's funny, man. He is funny. It's true, though. What other... I think they'd have to pay someone to... They'd have to give up picks to get Bradley Beal's contract up.
Yeah.
Which they do not own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then...
But it's crazy because I don't even think Kevin Durant's going to go for much.
I don't...
Like, I'm not saying he's going to
He'll
go for
get him...
penny on a dollar, but like whatever they gave up...
He's going to be a Houston Rocket. They're going to get... They want their picks back. I think that's like the best case scenario for them right now.
Matt Ishbia has said many times that, we don't care about, like, he's
No,
basically
but they said that they're going to explore trades with KD, and I think best case scenario is them getting their picks back.
That's crazy. KD could have been a warrior.
Yeah.
Hurts my heart.
Yeah,
I mean Jimmy's hooping.
Yeah, this dude, man. Like,
break them both.
There was a point in time where you did not want Jimmy Butler, by the way, take in. Like, what's it called before, or you wanted others over Jimmy Butler. You want a lot of people over.
I think I said I wanted Vucevic and Zach LaVine.
Yeah, over Jimmy
because
Butler.
The price,
looking back,
the price for Jimmy at that time was high. It was Andrew Wiggins. It was
that's true. But I mean, to be fair, you gave up Andrew Wiggins, and you're not playing Kuminga anyways.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it later. But Mike Budenholzer, least shocking fire. I feel bad for the guy, but I mean, I don't think he's a good coach anymore.
He's getting paid from 2 teams now.
Yeah, congratulations. Oh yeah, true. Maybe they're not paying him.
No,
anymore.
they are.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, because he got a massive bag.
Yeah, he did.
Bro, that's crazy. Like, all these coaches, like, bro, imagine like being.
I don't get it though. Like, I get it if you're Milwaukee, right? You're struggling right now. You lost in the first round. Let me fire my coach because we believe in our roster. We think the coach hasn't done the job. With Phoenix,
Suns,
man, 3 in a row, bro.
Exactly.
Maybe it's the roster. You know what I mean?
This is
Crazy
Devin Booker's
thought.
8th coach in 11 seasons.
Like, that's nice. Don't you think? I'm not saying it's Devin Booker. I think he's one of the only good things about this team right now. But that's the only good thing going for them. KD, you can get assets for, sure, but he's going to be gone. Who else is on that goddamn team? Royce O'Neal?
You're not getting anything.
You're not, like, what does he do for you? Bradley Beal, you have to pay to get off your team. Congrats, you got Yousuf Nurkic off. You got Cody Martin back.
They can also buy out Bradley Beal.
Yeah, but that's a generational buyout, bro. Yeah. That's like that's the richest buyout in NBA history, I'm pretty sure. Which is like nuts.
Russell Westbrook's buyout was pretty big too.
Yeah. Listen, man. It's a mess.
I
feel for you Suns fans out there, man.
Like, I genuinely do not know what's next because you don't own a goddamn pick. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, even if we always call the 11th seed basketball hell, right? Like, the Raptors are a fake 11th seed, so they're not really. But like where the Suns are, we call the 11th seed the place of hell in the NBA because you're not good enough to make the play in, you're not good enough to get a top pick. But there's always the sliver of a chance, the 0.5% that you move up in the draft. You have that to look for. The Suns fans don't even have that, bro.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? They have nothing. All they have to look forward to is what they can get back.
Where it's like, I'm either in the playoffs or in the lottery.
Yeah, and the Suns.
Teams,
yeah, yeah, literally. Like, they have nothing. They have nothing going for them.
It's crazy that a team with Devin Booker and like Bradley Beal. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant couldn't. And you know what sucks? When they traded for KD, things were clicking. Mm-hmm. Like, trading for Bradley Beal in the moment, I know we all reacted like, yo, that's a steal. But the team...
I didn't.
No, because what they gave up.
I did not react like that
I want to find the receipts.
Beal, bro. Find the receipts. You know I'm a Bradley Beal hater. I've been a Bradley Beal hater, bro. I've been before all of you. Before everyone back home is, was hating on Bradley Beal. I was hating when mans like Nanji and Thalib were pacing him at 2. I was hating. I was saying he wasn't like that. No, not 3rd. 2, buddy. 2. You placed them second best shooting guard in the league. And I got
Future Warrior.
I got yelled at. Yeah, congrats, bro. You want it? It's not a Chris Paul deal.
Nah, but like, okay. But going back to my point, you had Chris Paul, right? Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and then I don't know who your foreman was, and Ayton. Like, that team would be perfect. Yeah. That team was so good.
I don't know about perfect, but
not perfect, but like compared.
I don't think Bradley Beal was the move, gang. You know?
Exactly.
There's other. Just wait it out. If anything, you don't have to move DeAndre Ayton instantly. You just paid the guy. So, like, play him a little bit, move him at the deadline.
That Nurkic trade was terrible too, and it's shocking. I was really high on the Suns. Like,
wait for Nico Harrison to be like, we need DeAndre Ayton to complete the team. You know what I mean? We need his youth. We need his youth.
He doesn't play defense. He doesn't play defense.
Oh shit, my bad. Neither does Ayton. So who plays defense on the Suns? Honestly, no one. There's no one on that team. Never mind. They wouldn't even be able to get anything out of Nico Harrison. This franchise is cooked. Like, moving on. Next up, I believe the Pelicans fired.
The Pelicans fired their general manager.
Yeah, which it's kind of funny because I mean I can't really think of any bad moves. Maybe DeJounte Murray, but in hindsight, we thought we were praising it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, we all looked. We're like, that's amazing.
In hindsight, it looks bad, but like
it sucks
at
because
the time.
Pelicans are just cursed, and I'm really interested to see what the new guy does.
Joe Dumars.
Yeah, Joe Dumars. He's coming back to the Pelicans, right?
Maybe.
Sure?
I'm not sure. I know he's the NB National Basketball Player Association thing or whatever. He's like the head of that.
So it's gonna be interesting.
He's the one who decides the suspensions. So there's a lot of people who have beef with this man.
Williamson.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's gonna be interesting to see if he clears house. Because people do that a lot, and that's why when the general manager for the Nuggets got fired, we're like, Jokic. You are no longer a Nugget.
It's like Jokic is never leaving the Nuggets. Yeah. I'll say that straight up. And like, with the Pelicans, their roster, you've just never seen them.
Bro, I was so high
together.
I was so high.
I was too, because like what they were missing
on paper,
they were missing a true point guard. That was the piece that they had lost. Like they weren't. You know what I mean? Like, they needed a true point guard, and they got that in DeJounte Murray. Granted, he hadn't played point guard in, like, a couple years because of the Hawks. But, like, he can play point guard. He goes in there, starts playing terribly. Or he gets injured. Then he comes back and plays terribly. You know what I mean? You deal with all these injuries. CJ McCollum's not playing the best. Zion Williamson, he's never healthy.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram, you have to trade him. You only get Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, and Indiana first, which isn't going to be much. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was just more so get what you can get out of that. And then, like, what's it go? What else do you have? Yves Missi had a good year. Trey Murphy's an exciting prospect. Do you clear house? Maybe give Trey Murphy an even bigger role because he's been incredible. Yeah, like I'm a massive fan of Trey Murphy.
What's your value for Zion? Because he only played like a number.
You don't know, but you don't know how the rest of the league is gonna value Zion.
Exactly.
So like maybe someone's like, I'm not paying anything for this injury prone fat boy. You know what I mean? That's what other teams are thinking. So like, it's a weird spot
really
to
good.
Be in.
After he came back from injury.
But it didn't lead to anything.
Yeah.
They weren't winning.
I'm saying their team, like, they were trying to go for lottery odds.
Sure. But, like, you have Zion Williams. If they were trying to go for lottery odds, that's an excuse to bench Zion Williamson. He had enough to beat. He was losing to, like, the Wizards and stuff, bro. Like, that's not Zion Williamson.
Okay, but, like,
if you have Zion Williamson playing, you should be beating the Washington Wizards, bro.
Zion plus a bunch of scrubs?
You should be beating the Washington Wizards. Okay, Zion a bunch of scrubs versus a bunch of scrubs.
No. The Wizards have like quality role players that are gonna be quality role players. You have Jordan Poole.
I love Jordan Poole. I do love, but was he even playing? He was out.
Was he? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not. Yo, let's.
I'm
not tuning into Wizards.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you for that. But yeah, I actually watched when the Wizards played the Jazz because I think it was like the only game on at the time. I think it was like during like I forgot, maybe it was Super Bowl or something. I think it was Super Bowl Sunday and like. And like just before that, they only had one game, Wizards Jazz, and so I watched it. It was the worst thing I've seen in my life. But yeah, it was fun.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Another GM got fired.
Really? Wait.
The Kings.
The Kings GM. Oh yeah, that is recent. Yeah, I mean, again, like
this one makes sense.
This one makes a lot of sense.
Like,
I don't.
You bring in DeMar, even though it was on a team-friendly deal. You trade for Zach LaVine. I don't know if you saw that post.
I feel so bad because like
Zach LaVine has gone from bad team to a bad team to a bad team to a bad team.
He's never been on.
And do you see what that post said? It's like like they had a picture of Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, and it's like they went from losing the playing game at
Yeah,
7 p.m.
yeah, bro. Nah, what's it called? Zach LaVine, I feel bad for because he can actually contribute to a winning team.
Yeah.
I think the Orlando Magic really dropped the ball on that because
They
Zach
should've
LaVine's a
traded
great
for him.
player, man.
Bro.
I said at the start of the season, I knew he would have a bounce back here. He's one of the most efficient players in the league, by the way. He is gone, in my opinion. He's going to be off the team as soon. If I am the GM, he is off the team. DeMar DeRozan was a miss of a signing. Granted, what you gave up and the deal wasn't bad, but he does not help you in any way. He should be gone. Get whatever value you can get for him.
Sabonis is probably
Domantas Sabonis, he should be gone. And what that means is, sadly, I am asking for the Sacramento Kings to undergo another rebuild, which is
rebuild.
I feel
after a rebuild,
so bad for
after
them.
a rebuild.
No, because like I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, they had
Like,
one playoff push.
They had that playoff series against the Warriors, which they were a Harrison Barnes open 3 away from winning that series. But like game 3.
Yeah.
They were Harrison Barnes open 3 away. Bro, they hit that shot, they would have been up like 3 down. 3-0.
Oh, you're right.
Oh wait, no, maybe 3-1 actually. It might I forgot it was 3 or 4. But they were up 2-0 after game 2. And like, bro, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. It's crazy that we're already talking about them rebuilding. Because, bro, they made that playoff spot.
2023.
And then 2 years later, they're trading away their best player at the time of the year.
You know what's crazy?
They got back Zach LaVine.
You know what's crazy? Sabonis is like favored to go to the Pacers.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Like, imagine getting Sabonis back while you have Tyrese.
While you got Tyrese, that'd be very funny.
Like,
but you also got to think about what they're going to pay up. It's weird because I'm assuming Miles Turner?
I don't know how.
Miles Turner is a free agent. I will say that.
Yeah.
So
he's gonna get paid.
You never know. What if some other team
I love him on
overpays
the
him?
Warriors.
Of course, you want everyone on the Warriors. You need a center back, and we'll talk about. I don't want to spoil it. Is there anything else?
I mean, that's all the firings.
Yeah.
Which is going to be interesting. We got some good news, which I'm really happy about. Damian Lillard.
Yeah. Good news, finally.
Damian Lillard is ramping up to get back into.
Can I just say, apparently Damian Lillard is Wolverine because an injury that kept out Victor Wembanyama for the entire season is now Damian Lillard is coming back after like 3 weeks. So it's insane to me. Shout out to the Bucks though. I do hope that
they're not rushing him.
They are not rushing him back, and this isn't just desperation.
Yeah.
You know,
I
just
think
for his sake. You know,
I think for an injury like this, they're really not.
Yeah, you can't. Bro.
This is like
it's a blood clot, bro.
Exactly.
It's a blood clot.
It's not like an ankle or stuff like that. I think with Wemby, it's it could be different, and B, they sucked anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's
so
like
they were they didn't like rush the recovery.
Yeah.
But like, I'm happy. I'm not even gonna think about that. You know what I mean? Damian Lillard is back.
I mean, like,
which is good.
I'm really excited for that Pacers.
That's a very fun series. This is like because last year Giannis was out, so now we actually get to see the series.
And we haven't seen Giannis in the playoffs.
The Pacers, I don't believe they have anyone out. I'm trying to think.
No, they don't. No major players.
No major players.
They didn't have Benedict.
The Milwaukee Bucks. No Ben Mathurin last season. Milwaukee
Bucks
have no one
before
out.
we get
Bobby
into,
Portis is back. You know.
Oh, true. Yes.
Yeah. I saw him be like he's been living through hell for the past like 6 months or something. But
before we get back into like meaningful like playoff basketball, You Suck Player of the Week.
The You Suck Player of the Week. This week it is going to be. I wanted to go for a player that is in the play-in as well, and who absolutely sucked in the play-in. So the You Suck Player of the Week this week is Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray had a lot of hype about him, especially after that rookie year. The Sacramento Kings did not want to trade Keegan Murray for Pascal Siakam. He was untouchable in that deal. Imagine they could have had a big three of Pascal Siakam, De'Aaron Fox, and Domantas Sabonis, but that did not happen because they wanted to keep Keegan Murray, who over the past 3 games has averaged 8 points on 34% shooting, and 20% from the 3. And over the past 5 games, 9 points, 6 boards, and 37% from the field, with 25% from 3.
Is there really no one else who could have
And what do you mean? This is a terrible player.
No, I'm just trying to see if there's anyone worse.
Anyone worse? Oh, there's got to be someone worse, but I'm going worse compared to expectations. This is a guy who they were talking about being a future piece on their championship team. Now he has absolutely no value. The Sacramento Kings, he sucked against he was terrible against the Dallas Mavericks. Actually, it felt like DeMar DeRozan was playing bad, but he ended up with a pretty solid stat line. I almost went Domantas Sabonis, but yeah, I went Keegan Murray. Because he only had 9.6 boards, 2 assists, and we were expecting a big game because last year he was insane in the 9-10 game against the Golden State Warriors, and he was not able to replicate that this year. Klay Thompson got his redemption story, and
he had a good game.
Keegan Murray is the "You Suck" player of the week.
Let's start with play. I mean, you talked about the Sacramento Kings versus Dallas. A quick recap on that. Dallas wins. They're now going to move on to face the Grizzlies, which we'll talk about next. I mean, going into this game, I was so confident that the Dallas Mavericks were going to win. Like, I don't really see.
My only thing was Domantas Sabonis apparently owns Anthony Davis.
No,
did not look like
the
that.
The stat
recently.
line was, I think he was 0-10 against Sabonis.
But like last 3 AD won. Yeah. No, so AD's won now 4 in a row. AD looked a little bit rough at the start of the game. I can't lie. He was forcing a lot of shots. I'm gonna be honest. Like he started playing a lot better when he got moved to the 4, which is funny because we always talk about AD shouldn't cry about playing the 4. He needs to play the 5. But like he looked really bad at the 5. I can't lie. And when he got moved to the 4, playing next to Daniel Gafford and next to Derek Lively, especially heavy on Daniel Gafford. He looked really good next to him.
I think the thing about like AD is like growing up, he was a point guard until he had that huge growth spurt. I don't know if you saw the game against the Lakers. Like you had a lot of like Anthony Davis bringing up the ball, you know, and playing that like point guard role, point forward role.
It was so, and that's one thing I will say about the Dallas Mavericks. They are heavily missing a guard or a ball carrier. You know what I mean? A playmaker, someone to pass the ball, someone to start it with it. Bro, they were giving it to Anthony Davis. He was doing that, man. Like to start the play, it's nuts, man. And like they really are missing a dominant ball handler, and that's Kyrie Irving, which sucks.
I wish Kyrie
wish he was healthy.
This team would be so nasty.
They're going to be fun to watch. Just in hindsight, because of the deal, it makes it look so bad. Like you know what I mean? And again, with the Kings, Domantas Sabonis was disappointing. Keegan Murray, we already talked about, was disappointing.
DeMar had a good game.
DeMar had a good game, but actually, eye test wise, he was taking very stupid shots. Yeah. And he actually halted a lot of their runs because he'd take a forced contested shot. That's the thing about DeMar DeRozan, man. He will go and shoot even contested shots, and it ruins momentum so much.
No shot for DeMar is a bad shot.
I saw it in the playoffs, man.
No shot is a bad shot for DeMar.
Legit, as a Raptor fan, I saw him taking like dumb shots. He wouldn't shoot the 3. Now he is shooting the 3, and it's not going in. Like it's sad, man.
I mean, that second quarter for the Mavericks was kind of like it's going.
It was nuts. Everyone. Bro, Klay hit like 4 threes in a row. I have a friend who bet the under on Klay Thompson because of the 0 for 10, and he scored literally the line was 15, and he scored like 16 in like the second quarter after scoring 0 in the first. So it was kind of funny.
That was kind of a dumb.
I'm happy for Klay. I want to see Klay succeed.
Yeah, honestly, like.
He's a cool dude. And also, can I say, very interesting player, and I didn't know he was like this, but he's a baller. Brandon Williams is incredible.
He is a baller.
I didn't know he was like that.
He has been so good.
He's jumped Max Christie in the rotation.
Yeah.
Max Christie only got 13 minutes.
He's a full thing now.
He's a full-time starter, which I rate, man. And I saw someone say it's the best $47K a team has ever spent, you know what I mean? Because that's his goddamn, like... That's how much they spent to like convert him.
I mean, I was keeping an eye on him in like fantasy when like the AD injury went down. Yeah, Kyrie was out, and I'm just gonna find.
No, I knew he was playing well, but I just thought it was like
he dropped like 31 points, 6 assists.
Yeah, I thought it was just opportunity. Granted, you know the Kings aren't the best team in the world. They couldn't defend a goddamn fly. You know what I mean? But what's it called, bro? Scoring 17, that efficient, 5 assists. That's a good line, especially for a guy like. On that contract, you know?
Yeah, no, he's been amazing. Mm-hmm. I can see him potentially starting, but even yesterday, now Najee Marshall's injured, but even like yesterday, I don't know if you saw the starting. It was Najee, Klay, PJ, Gafford, AD.
It's not bad, bro.
Like again,
it is not a bad starting lineup.
The ball handler.
They don't have a ball handler. That's the thing. But that's the. I might start Brandon Williams, bro. Yeah. Also, can I say Dante Exum is also apparently Wolverine because they ruled him out for the season.
Oh, really?
And then somehow he's back playing randomly. Like, I don't know how that happened, but
I didn't even know his injury.
Maybe they projected him to what's it called? Like maybe they projected the fall out of the play-in, but then they saw, we're actually in the play-in. Maybe we should bring Dante Exum back.
I just want to say one thing. Yeah, probably
that's probably what it is.
I just want to say one thing. It's. Like, the West playing games are so much more hype than the East. Bro.
Really?
The East are like...
I mean, I don't know about this one. This one wasn't too hype, but, like, what's it called? I don't know.
I mean-
I liked the matchup of Atlanta versus
Grizzlies Warriors.
that was the best.
That
the best game
was
by
a
far.
banger. Let's talk about. I'll start on this.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors. One thing I want to say, if like in the playoffs, you need to be able to close out on your leads.
Yeah.
Like you cannot like
The Warriors have this issue, man.
you know what I
this
mean?
year,
It's like a salesperson
I think I told
working
you
with the
this.
customer and being like, yo, let's get the car, and then you just forget to call him back once the deal is closed.
I think I told you this. Like I
Them and the
don't
Lakers.
think I've seen them like close out them and the Lakers. I don't think I've seen either of them close out a game without any like drama or anything.
yeah,
it
like
was
that
insane,
third quarter, bro.
And this is after the Ja Morant, like they were building momentum. Ja got injured. That was the perfect time to, like what's it
Yeah.
called? Like put the claws on their throat. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like what's it called? That's like because they're down. Ja Morant's out. They got to go Desmond Bain. That's where you pounce on them, bro.
Yeah.
But they started scoring even more with Ja, and Ja came back and they started like it was a close ass game.
Yeah.
Fun game. The refs
Bain
were
was
ridiculous.
electric. Yeah, so many questionable calls.
I will say though, Warriors fans, I will never allow them to complain because half of their point, I told you this, half of their points are off of
I know,
illegal
okay, but
screens.
okay, like some, like I would take like, but that Looney foul,
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad call.
that was
a bad call.
terrible. Like that was insane. And like one thing, Steve Kerr used his challenge really. Honestly, that didn't look like a foul when you look at it, but when you look into detail, like yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But it like having that challenge would have been so clutch, like the Pajemski block. One thing I want to say,
The
I
Pajemski
hate
block was bad. It was a bad call.
that was
man.
like that's a
so
whole
clean.
momentum shifter,
That was
bro.
so clean.
What was the other? Oh, and then the Looney foul. That was
Yeah.
a really bad one.
Yeah.
But everyone's saying like, the 5 seconds wasn't even 5 seconds.
No, it was.
If you count it, it's like close to 7 seconds.
No, it was 5 seconds. It was 5 seconds. I don't know about 7. Relax.
Like 6.
It was like 5. It was 5 seconds. It was a 5-second violation, and then he passed it. People were saying because he passed it as the ref blew the whistle. He heard the whistle start, so he's like, "Oh shoot, I got past it." But yeah, like I don't know. You gotta pass it, or even if you turn the ball over,
Exactly.
like you gotta pass it.
Like a 5
Houston
second-
did the same like shit in the national championship.
Yeah,
like
NCAA.
where he was like, "Oh shoot, it's contested. Let me
Yeah,
pass it."
yeah,
But
yeah.
fam, take the shot, get blocked. It's fine. Worst case, they get the ball, you foul them, hope they miss a free throw. Like
Yeah.
it's better than whatever the hell you did. But yeah,
Like
it's
low IQ play.
I
And
will
who do they
say-
have inbounding? They had
Santi Aldama.
Yes,
Santi
there you go.
Aldama.
don't
I
know
love
why
Santi
thinking
Aldama.
Max Slaver.
Yeah, John Conchar played a bunch of minutes, which
He
was
did.
very odd to
Over-
me. I don't know about.
I guess
over,
when
but-
Jaw was out.
like he should be playing, but like I don't think like
Yeah.
I think they should just give his minutes to other people, like play Tom Thibodeau type shit. You know, what I mean?
One thing about Jimmy Butler, bro, it's he turned up. Like
Yeah.
one thing I love about Jimmy, he gets so many and ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Clippers game, he had like 4 in the first quarter, and it's so nice to see like when Steph goes on the bench, you're not losing the lead all the time.
I'll give one pro and con to both teams. Pro for the Warriors, you got you saw what Jimmy Butler can bring. You saw that him and Steph Curry can go nuclear whenever given the chance. He got to the line at a really good rate. Quentin Post was automatic from 3. Moses Moody, the reason he's playing over Jonathan Kuminga, you saw that
The defense.
the defense
Like,
is insane. Jonathan
ending the
Kuminga. We'll
quarters.
talk about Jonathan Kuminga after I say my con, but like the con for them, it's still the big man. Like what's it
Yeah.
called?
Like
Zach Edey played horrible, bro.
Yeah.
He played horrible, and he still ended with 14 and 17.
Yeah.
That'll probably be my con for the Grizzlies. But like the con for them, they don't. Quentin Post is their only big man. He cannot defend.
He
bro.
can't.
He can't defend.
He's like-
He's not mad from 3. I love the guy. He's a rookie. I don't want to give him too much.
Offensively, he's
You know what I
amazing.
mean?
But like
I don't want to give him too much
Let's
slack.
say,
You're asking
like,
too much of
exactly,
him
yeah.
to
He's like a
defend.
50-50 overall.
Exactly. Like so I feel bad saying it, but like they do not have a defensive big. They don't have that big at all. But for the Grizzlies, they're pro. Desmond Bain, incredible. Jaren Jackson Jr. should be a little bit better, and I think their pro is Ja Morant. I believe, hopefully, will be back.
yeah, I saw he's questionable for.
It'll be tough, man.
tomorrow.
It'll be really. I think that's why they brought him back because they were like, all right, hopefully he can just play it out in this game. We could take the win, but then they lost, and now they're worried about that matchup against the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly,
and
like,
yeah, their con Zach Edey was not good, man.
Yeah,
he was
played
really,
terrible.
really bad.
Foul issues.
Yeah, foul issues defensively as well. Like
There's so
they,
many fouls
they brought
called.
him out. They would just get attacked because they would bring him out to the perimeter every time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Especially because they had a small
Steph,
ball lineup. Yeah, they had a small ball lineup. That's the pro of it, right? If you have a bad perimeter defender as a big, you
Steph-
bring him out with a small ball lineup. So
Steph in that fourth quarter. That's what happened with Rudy Gobert against.
yeah,
the
exactly.
Clippers.
But Rudy Gobert is I will say it straight up. He's an underrated perimeter defender.
He is, yeah.
He's an underrated. Like
It's just like-
people think he has no just because that one Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
People think he has no perimeter defense. He can play on the perimeter, bro.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's been looking good.
I
too.
love Rudy Gobert, bro. I think
The
I think
hate
he gets
is
too much hate, man.
unnecessary,
I think
yeah.
it's way too much hate.
Bro, like Steph Curry in that fourth quarter turned the hell
Yeah.
up, and like Jimmy was carrying the whole game. You know, that last quarter, Steph finally showed up.
Can I also say for Memphis, I'm really disappointed in Vince Williams and GG Jackson.
Yeah,
The fact that he's fallen out of the rotation and Vince Williams looks terrible and GG looks terrible. Well, Scottie Pippen could not hit a layup.
Yeah,
I swear he missed like 10 layups in that game. It was insane.
he was
but
3 for 8.
yeah, it was disappointing for the Grizzlies. That
Bane had a really good game.
Lost off too, and now you're playing for the rights to get destroyed by the
Yeah.
Thunder. You know what I mean?
But you know what's really funny? Jimmy Butler said no to the Grizzlies and then
Yeah,
whooped their
he
ass in the
whooped them,
play.
bro. It was bad, man.
Should've
Jimmy,
played-
they
should've
could have
played
used
Jimmy.
Jimmy, bro. They
Should've
really
played
could have
Jimmy.
used Jimmy, bro. Like,
Gary Payton had really good minutes too.
Gary
Bro,
Payton's a baller. I
Yo,
love that
like
dude.
honestly, the Kuminga hate like
The Kuminga.
seeing Kuminga not play is crazy because he's a really good
This
defender.
definitely means he's gone, right?
You know, I was thinking about this on the.
He's an
dinner-
RFA. I don't think you're gonna pay him.
I was thinking about this on the dinner table. Okay, it's crazy. I
What
was-
to yourself?
Yeah, to myself.
Alright.
I was thinking, okay, and not saying they're doing this,
Hmm.
but what does this do for Jonathan Kuminga?
If you're about to say it motivates him
No.
to play like a better player,
No.
okay, good.
It brings his value down, in a way. Do you think teams are going to be paying him the $30 million?
No, I'm not saying 30 million, but are you gonna pay Jonathan Kuminga? Are you seriously doing this because of money, bro? No, they're not. They are not doing this.
I'm not saying they are, but I think like it obviously hasn't looked great.
If they are, this is psychotic.
No, for
Can
sure.
I just say straight up? This is messed up for Kuminga. You're literally saying, "Yo, we want you back, but we don't want to pay you that much, so we're just gonna play you so that no one else will pay you." If you get what I
Bro,
mean,
his morale looks so
like,
bad.
bro. Of course, I'd be
Like, bro,
pissed. I'd be pissed.
I'm sure you can make it work, but again, it's just you don't have the time to make it work. You can't start
You should be
experimenting.
playing over Buddy Hield, bro.
Yeah, but
I get different positions, but still, like even like Guy Santos is great.
yeah,
I love him, but like, what's it called?
No, it's honestly
You should sacrifice his man for
no
Kuminga.
something like Guy Santos did yesterday was like
He's
a very
great.
hustle player.
But fam,
But like sometimes like GP2,
yeah.
I feel like you can play Kuminga over GP2.
Yeah, like nah, but depends who's out there, man. You need
Yo, Kuminga's
when you're playing Houston, GP2 gotta match those Jalen Green
bro.
minutes.
I'm saying Kuminga's got to be there. Like
Yeah? For our men?
Yeah,
Because
like,
they're both very athletic.
exactly, bro.
But no, I think you put but they don't have that's what's so interesting about Alperen Sengun. Like I'm looking at him, and we'll preview the matchup later. But like, yeah, that's gonna be big. The other playing games, Atlanta versus Orlando. I loved the matchup. I really did.
No, honestly, that one was good. It
I
just
loved
sucked
it.
that it was a blowout.
Yeah, like when it became a blowout, Cole Anthony and
Anthony Black.
Anthony Black.
Cole
is-
Anthony Black.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Honestly, I expected a better game from Trae Young. Paolo didn't have the best game.
I will say,
But like
that's a fun series, man.
Magic.
I'm
Magic
giving him a
Celtics.
lot more of a chance than people are saying.
Yeah, no,
I
Magic Celtics is gonna be
Dude,
fire.
like no, but I don't think like you get it, bro. I'm like high on them in that.
you know
series.
one thing, I really want the Hawks to make the playoffs because you know who owns their pick?
Who?
The
You?
Spurs.
Oh, the Spurs.
I do not want to see Spurs get another goddamn lottery pick.
God, imagine Atlanta moves up, San Antonio moves up.
They have,
they
like-
get Ace and Cooper. I'd actually kill
No,
myself.
okay, no,
I'd
that's
stop
a-
watching.
that's a-
It's possible. That's the thing. It's possible. If Atlanta missed the playoffs, it's possible.
My Florida guy.
Yeah, the wall. Oh my god, bro! Why do you love this dude, man? We already talked about this video idea before the draft. I want Najee to do draft lottery because he knows absolutely nothing about college ball other than like
Who
three
dis,
players,
bro?
Other than 3 players. Name every college basketball player you know.
Cooper Flag.
Yeah,
Ace Bailey.
yeah.
He's
He's already forgotten the second. pick.
Dylan Harper.
Yeah, thank you.
Kulach.
Who?
Kulach.
No,
From the Duke Center.
Not his name.
Okay, what like
Maluach.
yeah.
Kuluach.
Kulach. Same thing.
It's common Maluach.
Yeah,
you mix
okay.
their both. You mix both his names.
I mixed it
Okay.
up. My Florida guy.
What's his name?
Shannon?
Shannon. That's he's on the Wolves right now.
I was thinking Shannon Jr.
Think of Terrence Shannon Jr.
What's his name?
Walter Clayton Jr.
I got the junior right. We count that.
Congrats!
Half a point.
There's no way you know anyone else. Let's be honest, gang.
Damn, yeah, that's good.
Like, my
Oh,
God.
no. VJ Edgecombe.
Oh, yeah. What does VJ Edgecombe do? Defense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a really obvious question. Like,
My bad.
It's just like basically questioning my person.
Well, yeah, I'm excited to see who you think I'm excited to see your mock draft when you have Walter Clayton Jr. going second overall because he won a national championship. But what's it called? Atlanta, Orlando. Shout out Cole Anthony, shout out Anthony Black. When their three is falling, Orlando is a significantly better team.
Yeah,
it's just that their team. Cole Anthony's been great recently. They need KCP to show up, man. Why did they bring him? They need him to show up.
They need him to.
I think Franz obviously wasn't the best in Game 7 last year. He has a lot to prove playoffs wise. Yeah. Paolo was great last year in the playoffs. I think
Paolo didn't have a good offensive game, but he got to the line and he playmaked. And
I'm not calling him I'm not taking away his playoff riser name just because of one play in game against the Hawks where they blew them out. Trae Young, ultimate crash out. On that game, you saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw
it. He crashed out. They're gonna need him, man. That's it. That's literally it. Mohamed Gay had a great game.
He did.
He had a great game. He was hustle. That's what I love to see. Dyson Daniels struggled offensively, but there's that. And then last game was Miami, Chicago. There's not much to say. Chicago let me down, bro. They really let me down.
Honestly, I'm kind of shocked. I was so confident with Chicago. I was actually looking at the matchup and I wanted to switch it and I just kind of forgot.
No, I was confident in Chicago, man. It was all momentum. They went 20-5 in their last game. In their last 25 games. I was so excited. Josh Giddey had a great game, but Davion Mitchell, man.
Yeah.
Off night. He really did well.
Kobe White didn't do well.
He clamped up Kobe White. Tyler Hero could not miss.
Bam had a great
game. They did well, man.
Who do you? Let's talk about the second play-in games.
Yeah,
that's coming up.
Who do I have? Just
Heat,
straight up.
Hawks.
I think Miami, man. I don't like the look of Atlanta right now. They're not doing too well.
I'm really hoping for the
And I think I've said it. If John Morant plays, I think I'm going with the Memphis Grizzlies.
I think I'm going Mavericks no matter what.
I think if John Morant doesn't play, I go Mavericks. But
I think I go Mavericks. If you can get what you got from Klay Thompson last playing game,
but
I am high on them. Defensively, you have the defensive assets, and bro, if the Mavs make versus the Thunder, that's gonna be I
just trust the Grizzlies more. I think they've been there before. They understand. This is still a new team for the Mavericks. They're not in this position. They're literally we're just here for vibes.
I think AD has a huge chip on his shoulder to prove.
If he did, he did not show it against the Kings. He was not the best against the Kings. But
I don't know.
Here's the thing: they match up well against the Mavs.
They do.
The Mavs match up well against the Thunder.
Yeah, that's why I really want them to make it. Yeah. You have two big
because you got the two big lineups, so
they have defenders. You've seen PJ Washington against.
I'll say with the Thunder though that Chet has played a lot better at center, so I think they only go with the two big lineup if they what's it called? If they if it's a clear advantage, you know what I mean? But I'm
taking Mavs in that sense.
Hey, Memphis kind of matches up well against them too. It's just Zach Edey hasn't been very good. That's the thing.
I mean, okay, let's
size wise, it's Edey and Jaren versus Chet and Ihart. That's a great matchup wise.
Yeah. For the 9-10, I mean for the one who's gonna get. Yeah. So you have Heat. Memphis?
Heat and Memphis, yes.
I want to go Hawks, but I don't know. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, just go Hawks Mavs. You have the opposite.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hawks Mavs.
So we know at least what's it called? We definitely gotten some of them right. We're either one for one. Yeah, literally, we've definitely gotten it right. But playoffs. What's the matchup you're looking forward to?
There's a bunch.
Yeah.
I think if there's one matchup I'm not looking forward to,
not. Dude,
it's gonna be Cleveland versus whoever they are.
I'm gonna be honest.
And Magic, Celtics.
I actually would have liked to see Chicago versus Cleveland, man. I would have liked to see what they could do, bro. It's the momentum, bro. And to be fair, Miami's been playing well recently.
Yeah. Okay, let's start off with the series that are obviouses. Thunder versus whoever they verse.
Yeah. I will say again, both teams they match up well, but yeah.
I think Thunder maximum 5-6.
Against the Grizzlies, I'd say 5. Against the Mavericks, I'd say 5 or 4.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think the Mavericks take a game.
Bro, I would be really excited for that series.
Yeah, I would too. I think they would put up a fight, but I just don't think they'd take a game.
Like it'd be a defensive masterclass.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I really want to see AD in the playoffs because like I feel like if it's Ja Morant, they're gonna shut him down. Like
Really?
yeah, I think the Thunder are way too.
Oh, like I thought you meant shut him down. Like
No.
Yeah, no, 100%. Thunder, that because you want their best player to be.
Yeah, and like
I get it.
I know they didn't have the best playoffs last year, the OKC Thunder. I'm sure that for redemption, and they
played solid.
They looked so
They
dominant.
blew. I actually didn't. I forgot that they blew a lead against the Mavs.
They've looked so dominant. I don't see.
I can't
issues.
take like.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
like
the only potential thing is if like
someone goes down.
Yeah, like J-Dub and Chet were like they weren't the same as they were in the regular season last year. But
lights too bright.
Exactly.
Brandon
What if
Williams
the
will
lights
clap
are too? You never know, bro. It's the playoffs, man. But there's that. I guess next up when it comes to like least interested,
Cavs 9-10.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Obviously, but
I mean Cavs. I'm probably maximum. Like it'd be cooler to see Heat versus Cavs. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Just because like Bam's there versus Mobley.
They got like
Tyler Hero.
What's it called?
Wiggins.
Atlanta has Onyeka Okongwu, bro. Like, I don't think that's not. No disrespect. He's okay.
Terrence
but,
Mann, George Niang.
Yeah, my.
I mean, it'd be cool.
Terrence Mann ain't even in the rotation no more, bro. He's
It'd be
talking
cool.
mad.
Karis LeVert versus his team.
Yeah, nice one, bro.
Storyline.
Yo, crazy storyline. George Niang returns back to Cleveland. What a storyline.
Hunter.
What a storyline, bro. Oh my god. I am seated, bro, for the George Niang revenge series.
Run me through Celtics Magic.
I will say straight up, man. I don't want to say it because I will say straight up. We have not seen these two teams healthy against each other this year. And there are teams that, like, what's it called? They play good against certain other teams. Orlando defensively is really goddamn good, man. That has never been taken away. Can their three fall? In the playoffs, you have seen players just randomly start shooting well from three.
Yeah.
You've seen players randomly start choking from three.
Jaylen
Jaylen Brown has his injury concerns recently.
Yeah,
Kristaps Porzingis just came back from a respiratory illness. Jason Tatum is great. Derek White's starting to shoot it better again. Drew Holiday's fallen off since last year.
Yeah.
Off the bench. Al Horford's getting older. Name is Queta. Peyton Pritchard's great. Sam Hauser. This doesn't...
And the rest are a bunch of nobodies.
Literally. Then you got the Orlando Magic. Cole Anthony's played well last game.
They're deep.
I don't think they should. I think Corey Joseph has lost his starting spot. I'm gonna be honest. Wendell Carter Jr. scares me. He's not, but he played well against Atlanta. He's not very good. KCP, if he can get shooting, Goga Batadze actually like randomly has good games. I think he's out of the rotation, but
he's always ready.
Yeah, man.
See,
Jonathan Isaac on Jason Tatum. The
thing is, I love this matchup defensively. It's just the offense scares me way too much.
Because they can't shoot, but I will say, man, I want to go because I always have one team. It's boring to just go favorites every time. I have one upset every year, like a 6 or a 7 seed, someone they don't expect. It might be the Orlando Magic for me. I want to be the guy who does it, bro. You know what I mean? Because no one's I've seen everybody say this is the series that they have the biggest faith in. You know what I mean? That they have no doubt in their minds. Yeah. I want to say straight up, I don't think it's a cakewalk at all for Boston, bro. Like, I think Orlando really could. You're not getting me. I think they have the potential to win this series, bro.
I see it.
No, I think you know what? I hate that you're saying I see it. I think the Orlando Magic will beat the Boston Celtics.
In how many games?
They will win in 6. I think if it goes to 7, Boston wins. Yeah. I think the Orlando Magic beat the Boston Celtics in 6 games.
I see where you're coming from. The size, Paolo Banchero was a great. Celtics are too damn good, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. If it's not Tatum, it's Porzingis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can see it going to 6 games, maybe, but it's Celtics.
I got Cole Anthony. He's on a hot streak right now. He's shooting like 45% over his past 10 games. Anthony Black.
Would you bet on it?
Huh? No, but this is my series because I'm not saying like if I had to bet on it, I would go Boston, but. This is my logic. I have one series every year that I pick as like my upset series.
Yeah.
This is the series I'm picking as my upset series because I don't see any other upset, to be honest. Because like technically 5-4 is not really an upset.
Yeah.
Milwaukee over Indiana is not really an upset.
Yeah.
The Clippers over Denver is not
talking
an upset.
about Indiana versus Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Run me through that. Like,
It's just going to be really interesting to see how they deal with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who they're going to put on him.
Yeah.
I think they're going to end up going with Miles Turner on him. You know what I mean? Or I think they're just going to double him.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just going to play off him really well.
Pat Connaughton?
I don't think he should be playing more than 5 minutes. He's not very good. And it's going to be cool to see how Damian Lillard plays coming off of injury, man. It's going to be very interesting.
I think I'm taking the Milwaukee Bucks in this. You know what I mean? When you have a star power like Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, the two best players in the series.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard because one thing about the Indiana Pacers have looked great as of late.
Yeah,
You know what
they've
I mean?
been. That's what I'll say. They've been on a very hot streak going into this.
Tyrese
matchup.
has looked better. Siakam has looked great. They went on a deep run. I can see this series going either way, and I'm so happy because both our 4-5 matchups can go either way.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the past. Like how he struggled last year playoffs. Granted,
He did, but we haven't
the
seen
injury or whatever.
We haven't seen Giannis in the playoffs for like 2 or 3
It's been
years.
a minute, man. I'm trying to think who I have in the series. I think I'd go Milwaukee as well.
Milwaukee.
I'd go Milwaukee as well. I got too much faith in.
I think this
Giannis
might go to like
Antetokounmpo.
6 or 5. 7 or 6 games.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if a team really like takes hold of the series, they can end it really quickly. I really do. I think Milwaukee wins. They win it quick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
because Milwaukee have had their times where they don't look great.
Exactly.
But,
But
like-
they're riding a lot of
Yeah.
momentum going to the playoffs. as well.
Giannis, like at the end of the day, it's like best.
It's
player.
Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Like,
man.
you're not-
I don't see him losing a series, bro.
Yeah.
Granted, they lost against, but Miami had Jimmy Butler, you know.
Exactly.
So it's nuts. It's nuts, man.
I think. Damian Lillard, 2 playoff risers. I think I'm comfortably. Not comfortably. I'm going the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm excited for this one.
I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks as well. I'm just nervous about Kyle Kuzma, man. I don't trust that dude in the playoffs at all. He had a good game against Detroit in the last game of the season, 22 points. Granted, Ron Harper Jr. was playing. He had 12 minutes, 22 points, 12 minutes. He's cooking. You know what I mean? But nah, I don't trust him.
This is another series I'm really hyped for. Knicks Pistons.
Yeah. Fired. This is so fun.
A lot of people.
I will retract my statement. I don't think the New York Knicks are going to sweep them. But granted, at the time, they weren't as bad as they have been recently, bro. They're riding the least amount of momentum ever.
I mean, Jalen
for a third seed. But Jalen Brunson's always going to be a great player, man. They're losing games. You know what I mean?
But Jalen Brunson was injured. I'm saying.
Oh, okay. He came back and they've looked poor.
But like.
They've looked poor, bro. You can't say that. They looked really poor.
And bro, the Pistons
And the Pistons have looked really good.
They're really good.
So I don't think I will trust vet experience. I will trust the fact that the Detroit Pistons technically only have Cade Cunningham. Malik Beasley's been great this year.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris has been amazing. I don't think they're gonna get Jaden Ivey back. Asar Thompson's not the best offensively, but defensively he's a demon. It's just after New York somehow finds a way to stop Cade.
It's gonna be a really.
I think Cade will be great, but I think there's only so much you can do, so much attention you can gather.
Yeah.
It'll have to be up to guys like Tobias Harris and Malik Beasley. And I don't know if I can trust that over OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges,
Exactly.
Josh Hart.
And the thing is, like, it's gonna be a really big series for Cat because one thing I know about he's gonna get punked.
yeah, defensively,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Jalen Duren's played well recently,
Isaiah
but I've
Stewart.
always said he is the most average center.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. He's not
Yeah.
bad, but
Like,
he's the most average center in the league. I will say that.
So it's gonna be an interesting because like this team will foul a lot. I hope no one gets suspended.
Yeah.
Like Stewart doesn't pull some BS, but Asar Thompson.
I think Stewart will pull some BS if they can't come back in the series.
Yeah.
I think that's what he'll do. Like it's like game 6, like they're down big or something, and like I think he'll just foul really hard eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just crash out.
Asar is gonna be sick. Cade's gonna have a huge role. The Knicks don't force a lot of turnovers, but
That's my
Cade
pick.
is
I think it'll be Knicks in 6.
I think so too. I think it's gonna be like a grinded
Or
out
5.
series. You know what I mean? And something like
What did I say for Milwaukee? I said Milwaukee in like 5, right?
6.
No, I said Milwaukee in 5. Oh,
think so.
if I said 6, I meant 5.
Okay,
I have Knicks in 6.
I agree with that. I think Like the Pistons are still young. You know what I mean? First time, and if you lose in 6, that's a W.
Yeah.
A season for you.
No, I feel that.
I feel so boring. I'm going with the top 4 teams basically.
That's what I mean.
Like,
no, but I get it. Like you're the logical guy. I'm the guy who won.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who doesn't care. My reputation can be put on the line, bro. I'll stand by my takes, man. Because
I'll have some lower seeds in the West.
I will stand by my takes because what's it called? At the end of the day, no one's going to be bold enough to say it. And if the Orlando Magic do beat the Boston Celtics, I look like the biggest genius of all time. People can call me stupid for now. And they'll probably call me stupid after the Boston Celtics win in 4. But what's it called? I believe in the Orlando Magic. I do.
Going to the West. Bro, honestly, I love that we don't have a fart of a series.
Yeah.
Like,
No, the West is nuts. The West is crazy. We already talked about OKC versus what's the second one? Second seed?
Rockets.
The Rockets versus your
Golden
Warriors.
State Warriors.
Well, we know you're gonna have an upset for this one.
One thing I want to say, and I spoke to you off podcast. I wanted the Lakers over the Rockets, and
by the way, I said was crazy.
Mind you, this was like I also didn't want to play a playing game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
If it goes like the times we versed the Rockets this season has looked terrible. Mm-hmm. And one thing about them, they have huge wings. Amon Thompson, Dylan Brooks, Tari Eason. They can defend. Fred VanVleet, he can defend as well. You know what I mean? It's the youth.
Yeah.
It's like how much is the youth going to affect? And like we spoke about this, like the youth has always lost the battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot. I think only 1 or 2 of these guys have really gone.
Unless it's a lot of like a talent discrepancy, like the OKC Thunder last year. Which, granted, I mean, talent-wise, like up and down. You have Steph and Jimmy after that. Yeah. Talent-wise, Houston's like probably got it.
But you have the best.
You have the best two players.
Yeah, and playoff time, Jimmy.
Playoff Jimmy second.
And that's what it boils down to. Like Jalen Green has looked great.
I have a nice storyline for you. The NBA Cup, which you raged about after the bad calls.
Terrible call.
It was not a bad call, but
terrible.
What's it called?
It's okay. The refs are always against us.
Yeah. We'll watch the game 1, and I will count on my fingers how many illegal screens there are.
Exactly. It's just so many little.
My Toronto Raptors beat that, by the way. Like literally, it's insane.
I was live.
Huh?
I was live. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, I thought you meant like this season.
No,
the Raptors beat the Warriors.
You've lost the plot. You've lost the plot. I'm talking about the NBA Finals.
Honestly, I would not be shocked if the Rockets won this series.
Oh, wow. Amazing. But you have the Warriors. Say it, man. We know where you're going.
At the end of the day, bro, it can be the freaking OKC versus the Warriors. I'm choosing the Warriors.
You're not picking them over OKC.
We're winning the championship.
Okay, fine. You have the Warriors.
I came on this podcast 2 weeks ago, and I said maybe we'll win the championship. I take my word.
Maybe is crazy.
We are winning the championship.
Maybe. Put your balls on the table.
I was trying to put my the Draymond Green. We are winning the championship.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a really I feel like I've said this a lot about a lot of series. It's gonna be a grind out series. You know, Ime Udoka, Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga is gonna be huge in the series, and he better play some game.
I think what's it called? For me, I'm looking at Amen Thompson defensively. Can he? Because the matchup is going to be him up against Stephen Curry, in my opinion, or Jimmy Butler. Because I wouldn't trust I wouldn't put you know what I mean. Yeah. I put Jalen Green because Gary Payton's going to be playing this. Yeah. I put just throw Jalen Green on Gary Payton. Who's guarding Jimmy? I don't know. Dylan Brooks. Thank you. Dylan Brooks against Jimmy. I think Dylan Brooks can handle that. He's a great defender.
One thing. Sorry to cut you off. One thing that's going to be really important. This series is going to be huge for Sengun. I
was going to go cut back to that. We said it earlier. Alperen Sengun, man. How are they going to?
Who do you play Fred on?
Will he rise? Huh, Fred?
Yeah, Moody?
Is he starting? I don't.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Fred.
Yeah, Fred on. You put Fred on Curry. Fred's still a great defender.
Yeah,
Fred still is an elite defender. I was just saying, I want to put Amen Thompson on Curry. I want to see those minutes, man. Yeah. Maybe when Fred's on the bench and Steph's on, Steph's on with Amen. I want to see how Amen could guard Steph. I think he could do well. What's it called? It's going to be Alperen Sengun, man. I think eventually the Golden State Warriors are going to be forced into playing Kevon Looney.
You think so?
I do, because what's it called? He has looked really bad, but you remember the year they won the championship, how big of a role Kevon Looney played, man. If Kevon Looney didn't play like that, they were not winning that championship because they played some elite big men that run, bro. It was they need Kevon.
Even the Sacramento series,
Yeah, literally, bro.
Yeah, Kevon Looney
Was feasting on the boards,
Yeah.
man. And like, what's it called? It was the little thing. I've always said Kevon Looney's the greatest player at doing the little things.
Yeah, I honestly something about Sengun, like this is his first playoff. Yeah, first playoff series.
So it's game 1 is gonna be
I think
very
Draymond,
telling.
Draymond's gonna be very much like under his skin. Like he's gonna get the Sengun
But
assignment.
I will say Sengun does a good job at doing it. They played recently.
Yeah.
Sengun did an incredible job at dealing with
Yeah,
Draymond's
but-
antics, and they won the game. No.
Yeah, they did.
Exactly.
But also like the playoffs is a whole different atmosphere.
Yeah, but if you're a cool head, you're a cool head, man.
No, I'm not saying cool head, but like I'm saying like not that he's gonna go off, but
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
as like
Okay.
will he be able to like put up his points,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
his performance.
It's so fun to see players playing their first playoff series because like we don't know,
Yeah,
we don't know how good of a playoff, even play in because they've never been in the play in.
Yeah.
We don't know how good Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr. These are all these guys' first times in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, this series
they have
is
a
fun.
young team
This series is probably gonna
with
be,
vets. Dylan
I'm
Brooks.
so hyped for the NBA
I'm
playoffs.
very excited.
Saturday.
Yeah, literally, bro. What is that? What is the first series? I'm pretty sure it's like Nuggets Clippers or something.
I think it might be Bucks.
Bucks Pacers, and then it's Nuggets Clippers, Knicks Pistons,
Who do you have? Rockets.
Rockets Warriors. I'm going to go with the Houston Rockets in 6 games.
Really?
I think if it goes 7, I'm not trusting the Golden State or the Houston Rockets to be the Golden State Warriors. I think they have to win.
See,
over
I'm not
those
even
6.
mad at you because I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm not.
I think if it goes to, I would have said. I think it's like, you know what I mean. I think it's a close
Low-key
enough
trying to rage
series.
bait.
I think it's close enough series to go 7. But like, I think if it goes 7, I think the Warriors win. So I'm going with and I think the Houston Rockets are going to win the series. So I think it's going to be in 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
I
like,
can see that happening.
yeah.
I'm shocked that you're saying that though.
I
'Cause,
know.
like,
You know, I'm really high on the Warriors and it's momentum, but like
because when I spoke to you, you called me crazy for not wanting to like.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, but like youth always loses. You know what I mean?
No, I do because like it's very close.
Because I was talking to him and I was telling him like, yo,
Yeah,
genuinely.
youth always loses, man. I don't know.
I am worried about.
I just have a gut feeling. Man.
No,
I
I
trust
see
it
that. I
because
see
a lot of the prediction for this is just how do I think these young guys are gonna play? I've never seen them play in a
Yeah.
playoff series before. I think Dylan Brooks is
Wow.
going into this with the right mindset.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not getting ejected. I don't know, someone else might." You know what I mean? I think that's the right mindset to have. Don't be trying to do too much because
Yeah.
that's what led to your downfall last time against the Warriors. So you know what I mean? That's a fun storyline right there. Draymond, Dylan Brooks. Hopefully we see some fights. You know me, I love to see a fight.
No, please, bro.
These guys want to calm
Every time I see Draymond yelling at the
Yeah,
ref,
you
bro,
get scared.
I like clench my like hands, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, Draymond, shut
Hey,
up.
he did it a lot against the Grizzlies, man. He was yelling at them, bro.
especially
He
when he got like
triggered.
that foul.
Anthony Edwards said he would chill out this year. Great segue.
Yeah.
You know, he said he'd chill out in the series against the Los Angeles Lakers.
Bro, I
Fun
don't know.
series,
a lot of
man.
people are high on the Timberwolves. I'm not for some reason.
Really?
I'm genuinely not. Like I'm not scared of the Timberwolves.
I'm picking the Lakers, and I actually agree. I think people saying it's their favorite series. This might be my least favorite series in the West.
Yeah.
Or OKC, but you know what I mean. This
They
is my
got
third.
LeBron.
This is my third, and they have LeBron James.
We got
in
Jaden
this
McDaniels.
series. Literally, like I just
It's one thing I'm interested to see like who's gonna be guarding LeBron, who's gonna be guarding Luka. Because obviously you want to play McDaniels on Luka, but who's guarding LeBron?
I just don't trust Julius Randle in
the
the
playoffs.
playoffs, man. Rudy Gobert, I do not trust.
One-
Granted, Rudy Gobert has always been on a team that's gone. He's been on a lot of different teams. He's very like inconsistent team wise when it comes to playoffs. He's lost in the first round. He's lost in the second rounds. He's lost in third rounds. He's just never made the NBA Finals. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like he's very inconsistent. You know what you can get from a Rudy Gobert team. I just don't. He's not like really necessarily rising in the playoffs. Anthony Edwards is rising in the playoffs. That's true. Randall's falling in the playoffs. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's a baller.
Nas Reed. See, one thing
Does
about
Nas Reed rise in the playoffs? No, I don't think he's a
No, I'm just
playoff
saying-
riser.
What-
Versus the Lakers, just to finish on my point, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves,
Yeah.
3 massive playoff risers.
one
bro.
thing about this series is I think they're gonna play Rudy Gobert off the floor
Yeah.
because they're going small ball. You know what I mean?
Because of Jackson Hayes. But here's my
I
thing.
don't think Jackson Hayes is gonna play much.
No, but here's my thing though. Like, I think Luka Doncic can turn any center into. And I said this when the trade happened. We'll
we
see
said
Jackson
that,
Hayes
yeah.
play well, and he started playing well. I think Luka Doncic can turn any bummy center into like one of the best centers in the
I
league.
think
bro.
this is gonna be huge, but I think it's more so that they're gonna run small,
Yeah.
and they're gonna make them run,
and they
small
won't
too,
attack Rudy,
right? Like Rudy is not gonna be a threat
Yeah,
offensively.
exactly,
At the end of the day,
exactly,
yeah, sure, he's playing up like 30 pieces, close to that.
Also, you got Vanderbilt. You can put him on Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
That's
Like
great.
shooting. I mean, if it's Vanderbilt, you're not taking Gobert off the floor. But if you run a lineup of obviously the three, Doncic,
I will say
LeBron, Rui, DFS, DiVincenzo.
Oh, no! I thought you were talking about like someone else.
No. Like that, I think Gobert will have to go on the bench, but Nas Reed, will.
DiVincenzo, I was gonna say, is like technically a
be
playoff riser as well. So
He's
you don't
gonna
know
be
what.
huge.
It's the reason he got paid or not paid. It's the reason he got traded. You know, this is what the Wolves traded him.
I
for
think this is gonna be Randall's biggest series ever
in his career.
because like
big as in importance or just like he's
mean-
gonna play well.
No, I'm saying career wise. Like,
Yeah, I
like
agree,
going
I
forward,
agree.
because you are in a contract year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What team will want to pay you if you can't?
If you
perform in
can't
the
do
playoffs?
anything in the playoffs, yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
With that being said, though, I'm going Lakers in 6.
I'm going Lakers and I need this game to go. I need the series to go. So I'll say 7.
You
Lakers in
say
7.
Lakers in
I think
7.
the Wolves can get 3 games. I do.
Yeah,
I have faith.
I think
faith.
the series that's going to go to 7 is the next one. Clippers.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5, bro. Lakers in 5.
Bro.
I haven't had a sweep yet. Lakers in 4.
Really?
Oh wait, no, I do have a sweep. Okay, see, never mind. Lakers in 5 again. Okay, see, sweeping. What's it called? The next one, Clippers Nuggets. My favorite series in the playoffs. This is such an interesting matchup, bro. It's so interesting because
Yeah.
like they have the best player in the world. They're dealing with their coaching change, and you got the Clippers, incredible defense. James Harden, Kawhi Leonard.
Zubac has looked great.
Zubac is like genuinely. I don't think you
One
understand
thing I
how
want
good
to
he
ask you:
is.
when do awards come out?
Throughout the playoffs.
Okay, because we still haven't done that yet.
Yeah, throughout the playoffs. We can do it next week.
Yeah.
Throughout the playoffs, they come out. I think there's been campaigns for Zubac to get defensive player of the year. He's going to be all defensive first
Yeah.
team.
Also, all
I don't
NBA,
care.
all NBA teams.
All NBA teams. I think James Harden could get a 3rd team. I don't think Kawhi's not played enough games,
Yeah.
obviously, but yeah.
But one thing about this is that Jokic is the best player, and it's like.
But that's the thing, man. Playoff Kawhi, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
He is every time he's been healthy in the playoffs, he has been
And bro,
best in the world.
one thing
bro.
about that Warriors game, he looked.
You look like Kawhi Leonard.
He looked like 2019
You
Kawhi.
look like 2019 Kawhi, which is why, bro. The Clippers, man, and
they're-
James Harden has
Norman
never.
Powell.
James Harden
He's
has never lost the first round in his career, bro.
Really?
Ever, which when he's playing in,
Yeah.
I believe,
Has he-
because he did not play in that Brooklyn when Brooklyn lost in the first round to the or no, he was on Philly. He was on Philly that year.
No,
Yes, he was.
that was it. I don't think so.
He was on Philly. That was the year they traded him.
I think he's never
'Cause
missed
the year before-
he's never missed the playoffs.
No, he's never lost the first round, bro. I'm telling you, he's never lost the first round. Because he's what's it called? The year before they lost to the Bucks. That was his only year in Brooklyn in the playoffs. Because they lost to the Bucks that year, so they won the first round. Whoever they played, I've literally forgotten. I can't lie. But yeah, because he got traded to Philly at the trade deadline that year, and then he played the Toronto Raptors, or someone. He played someone. I don't know. My timeline's messed up. But anyways, James Harden's great in the first round. You know what I mean? Maybe he's lost one max, but I don't believe he's lost the first round of his life. Jamal Murray. Will he turn into vintage Jamal Murray in the playoffs? That's going to be massive. But,
Is he back now?
Jamal Murray?
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook's going to be a big thing.
One thing about Ty Lue, sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
is we saw that like when Jokic dropped 40, his record was bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be like we're going to let Jokic try to beat us, but no one else is going to score.
Yeah.
And that might be the recipe for success.
I don't know about that. Zubac, that's such a cool matchup.
And that's what
man.
I'm saying. Like
on
Zubac, like he
Jokic.
can hold his own.
He can
I
because
mean-
he's the biggest advantage Nikola Jokic has. He's stronger or as strong as like almost
also he's
every
very
center
smart.
in the
He's very
league,
smart.
and his touch around the rim is the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
like his touch around the rim is clear
He's
as
just like-
any. Literally, like his touch around the rim is flawless. So it's so interesting to see a guy who's as big as him, as strong as him, up against Nikola Jokic, the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Matchup wise, you got what's his name? James Harden. Who's on James Harden? You want to see if Christian Brown can play how Bruce Brown did.
Who's on Kawhi?
Who is on
Aaron
Kawhi
Gordon.
Leonard? Aaron Gordon. Can he? It's just I don't think the Denver Nuggets can do much.
And bro, Kawhi's been playing the minutes like versus the Warriors.
I'm going with the Los Angeles Clippers in 7. I believe
I'm
Los
going
Angeles
Clippers.
Clippers.
This is probably my most exciting series apart from the Warriors,
Yeah.
obviously. But this is gonna be
For me as a neutral fan, it's my favorite series.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
so excited about
Agreed.
this. Oh man, is Jalen Pickett gonna be playing the minutes that they
I
want?
know, it's
Can
gonna be
MPJ improve his play? It's
And
so
for-
much, bro.
For storylines,
This is
Russell
so
Westbrook versus his old
hype,
former
man.
team.
And here's the thing, man. This is potentially MPJ playing for his Denver Nuggets career, man. If he plays poorly, he's the first
Jamal
one gone.
Murray too.
I don't know about. I think they keep Jamal Murray no matter what.
Yeah,
but
but-
what's it called? This MPJ, man. This MPJ series and Aaron Gordon, to be honest. Yeah, man.
It's gonna be
Julian
hype.
Strawther.
I'm excited for this. Anything else to say? It's gonna be a fun.
It's very. I'm excited, man. But this weekend is so hype. You got WrestleMania on the weekend, biggest wrestling event of the year. Saturday and Sunday at night. So I'm gonna have WrestleMania open on the side, and what's it called? We have ball on Saturday. Why didn't we cancel ball this week, bro? I realized this, like literally. But
what games are we gonna miss?
I'm the last game, so I'm missing the last game on Saturday, which is the Lakers Wolves. I'm missing the end. Oh no, wait, I might catch it. It's at 8:30. I think because my game's at 8:45. You're gonna miss it.
What time's your game?
I'm the last game. I'm 10:45. This is for the basketball league.
If anything, you'd miss the end. I'm just gonna miss the start.
10:45. It's a 2-hour game. Oh yeah, I might miss
2.5,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
3.
Oh God, if I'm sitting on the bench, I'm watching it, bro. I might ask not to start because I started last game. I might ask to. I might ask to not start.
Okay, Yousuf.
I think I started because
Stay tuned for a stat line.
What's it called?
And my stat line too.
We
Yo,
don't-
I just want to say,
Yeah.
I almost went into concussion protocols, but we came back.
This guy went under. I'm so excited about the TikTok.
I'm so excited for this week.
Yeah. Oh, really? Who are you? Are you playing?
Warriors.
The Warriors. He's playing the Warriors, by the way. Fake fan. He's a fake fan.
Mr. Fundamental.
Yeah, that's my dog, bro. I love that guy. I actually love that
Yeah,
guy.
I think I'm gonna have a big game. I can't.
Yeah?
lie. Yeah.
I want to shoot. I didn't take.
'Cause the thing
Spoiler alert! I did not take a shot last game. I just want to shoot, bro.
The thing is, last game they like hounded me in the
I'll
paint.
say
I had like 3-4 guys coming.
on my end, bro. I'll say straight up, playing basketball, I get so scared of like messing up because I don't want to let anyone else. Because I'm like shit, bro. I know I'm shit. I don't want to make like a dumb mistake, you know. So like shooting and airballing is like my biggest fear, but I need to shoot it more.
My
you know?
captain's all about.
And I wasn't asking for the ball on offense. I was just like letting them go. But yeah, I'll ask for the ball.
Your team will be up by a lot.
Yeah, exactly. If we go up a lot, I'm
Who are you
finna.
versing this week?
I have no idea. I can't lie.
Your last game, right?
Huh? Yeah.
You're versing the Knights.
The Knights.
My
Shout
brother's
out.
team.
Shout out. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way. Shout out the Knights, bro. But,
It's gonna be an interesting game.
gonna be a fun game, man. And with
mean-
that being said,
A lot of fun basketball this week.
that's a fun episode.
Yeah, facts.
I really like
Thank
that
you
one.
guys for watching. Make sure you tune in basketball. Subscribe, like everything.
Follow TikTok.
Yes, sir.
We're posting on TikTok.
Yes, and YouTube
And YouTube.
and Instagram
And Instagram. And Spotify. And everything.
Everything.
We have link tree.
Links in this.
We have a link tree.
Thank you guys for watching. We're out. Peace.